The northernmost range of the Himalaya is the dash.
Clear logic. Your choice, Great Himalayas and Himadri, is sound and 100% true.
India shares water borders with how many countries?
Well reasoned. 2 is the correct choice.
Which state is known as the Land of Five Rivers?
You got it? Your choice, Punjab, is right.
Which major line of latitude passes through India?
Smart pick? Tropic of Cancer is the correct choice.
The Dashts and the Satpuras are the important ranges.
Correct. Western Ghats is the right answer.
Dash Hills, one of the oldest ranges of the world.
Nicely done. Aravalli is a solid answer.
Which state is part of the Seven Sisters of India?
Excellent choice. Tripura is the right answer.
The state which is home to the Great Indian Desert.
Exactly. Rajasthan makes sense and it is right choice.
In which hemisphere is India located?
You chose Northern Hemisphere, and it is correct.
The first university established in India is Dash.
Solid response. University of Calcutta is a valid choice.
Which state is the smallest one in terms of area? Excellent. Goa is a brilliant choice.
What is distance from east corner to west corner?
Good job. Your answer to 900 kilometers works well here.
Who was the first Deputy Prime Minister of India?
Good thinking. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is the right answer.
What is the southernmost range of the Himalayas?
Valid point. Shivalik is true.
What is the other term used for Great Himalayas?
Great thinking. Himadri is the right choice.
The Greater Himalayas are also known as Himadri.
On track. True is the correct answer.
Who was the first woman Chief Minister of India?
Well done. Suchitra Muders is the right choice.
Which state is known as Spice Garden of India?
Right choice. Kerala is the best answer.
The Indian island in the Arabian Sea is known as?
Perfect. Lakshadweep is the correct choice.
Which one of the following river is a tributary?
Well picked. Yamuna is the correct answer.
Dash is an island country to the south of India.
You're right. Sri Lanka is the correct answer.
Our country India is bound by Dash in the north.
Smart move. Himalayas is an accurate answer.
One of the neighboring country of India is Dash.
Bravo. Sri Lanka is the answer.
Telangana became the 29th state of India on Dash.
Correct response. 2 June 2014 is the most accurate answer.
The northern plains are on the Dash of Himalayas.
Sharp thinking. South is the right choice.
The Thar Desert is in Dash, a part of our country.
Strong choice. Northwestern is the right answer.
Piece of land surrounded by water on all sides.
Right again. Island is a valid answer.
Dash is the most populous country in the world.
Great job. China is the accurate answer.
Dash Des and Dash Islands are also a part of India.
Nice selection. Andaman and Nicobar is the correct and valid answer.
The Palk Strait lies between the countries dash.
Nice work. You chose India and Sri Lanka, and it is correct.
Which Indian city is the capital of two states?
Smart move. Chandigarh is an accurate answer.
The city Lucknow is the capital of which state?
Excellent choice. Uttar Pradesh is the right answer.
The Julius Caesar of India was Indira Gandhi.
You're right. False is the correct answer.
The state sandwich between Bhutan and Nepal. Good thinking. Sikkim is the right answer.
Which state is called the Sugar Bowl of India?
Nice selection. Uttar Pradesh is the correct and valid answer.
India has an area of about 1.28 million SQ. Chem.
Right choice. False is the best answer.
Capital of Andaman and Nicobar Islands is dash.
Correct. Port Blair is the right answer.
The oldest mountain range in India is the dash.
Well reasoned. Awali is the correct choice.
Telangana was earlier the part of which state?
Well picked. Andhra Pradesh is the correct answer.
India is the 7th dash country in the world. Perfect. Largest is the correct choice.
How many union territories are there in India?
Clear logic. Your choice 8 is sound and 100% true.
India is the dash largest country in the world.
Right again. 7th is a valid answer.
What kind of climate Mumbai and Kolkata have?
Correct response. Moderate is the most accurate answer. Farming cannot be done on hills or mountains.
Sharp thinking. False is the right choice.
Dash and dash river flows in northern plains.
Strong choice. Ganga and Yamuna is the right answer.
The Great Indian Desert is also known as dash.
Excellent. Thar Desert is a brilliant choice.
India is the dash populous country after dash.
Smart pick. Second and China is the correct choice.
Which latitude divides India into two halves?
You chose Tropic of Cancer, and it is correct.
Natural features of the Earth are called dash.
Great job. Landforms is the accurate answer.
Dash is the current foreign minister of India.
Good job. Your answer S. Jaishankar works well here.
How many parallel ranges does Himalayas have?
On track. 3 is the correct answer.
Which is the highest Himalayan peak in India?
Well done. Kanchenjunga is the right choice.
Dash receives heaviest rainfall in the world.
Bravo. Mawsynram is the answer.
Which is the largest town in Ladakh after Leh?
Nicely done. On the crook is a solid answer.
What kind of shape the Indian peninsula has?
Valid point. Triangular is true.
The southernmost Himalayas are known as dash.
Exactly. Shivalik makes sense and it is right choice.
Dash Plateau occupies the most part of India.
Great thinking. Deccan Plateau is the right choice.
Glaciers originate from this mountain range.
Solid response. The Greater Himalayas is a valid choice. The east is how many hours ahead of Greenland? Nice work. You chose Fowers 30 Min and it is correct.
Which of the 7 wonders is there in India?
You got it. Your choice, Taj Mahal, is right. The dash is on the northern borders of India.
Right choice. Himalayan mountains is the best answer.
In which part of India does Thar Desert lie?
Perfect. Northwest is the correct choice.
Who was the first Indian to travel to space?
Well picked. Rakesh Sharma is the correct answer.
Lakshadweep is located in which water body?
Good thinking. Arabian Sea is the right answer.
The Sundarban Delta is formed by the rivers.
You chose Ganga and Brahmaputra, and it is correct.
How many union territories does India have?
Correct response. 8 is the most accurate answer.
The Andaman and Nicobar Islands lie in dash.
Great thinking. Bay of Bengal is the right choice.
India has 28 states and 7 union territories.
Valid point. False is true.
What makes the edges of the Deccan Plateau?
Exactly. Ghats make sense and it is right choice.
Which is the oldest fold mountain of India?
Smart pick. The Aravallis is the correct choice.
Which water body lies to the east of India?
Solid response. Bay of Bengal is a valid choice.
The river dash drain into the Bay of Bengal.
Nice work. You chose Godavari and it is correct.
The dash lie to the south of the Himalayas.
Smart move. Northern Indian Plains is an accurate answer.
What is the highest mountain peak in India?
Nicely done. Kangchenjunga is a solid answer.
City which records highest rainfall is dash.
Great job. Cherrapunji is the accurate answer.
Srinagar is situated on the banks of river.
You got it. Your choice Jhelum is right.
Which strait separates India and Sri Lanka?
You're right. Pok Strait is the correct answer.
What is the other name of Middle Himalaya?
Right again. Himachal is a valid answer.
There are dash physical divisions in India.
Clear logic. Your choice 6 is sound and 100% true.
Peninsular Plateau is triangular in shape.
Good job. Your answer true works well here.
Water body that lies to the west of India?
Strong choice. Arabian Sea is the right answer.
Dash islands are also called Coral Island.
Well done. Lakshadweep Islands is the right choice.
Which of the following is not a landform?
Sharp thinking. River is the right choice.
The highest point of the Eastern Ghats is?
Correct. Mahendragiri is the right answer. The neighboring island countries of India?
Bravo.
Sri Lanka and Maldives is the answer.
The south of Northern Plains lies the dash.
Nice selection. Peninsula Plateau is the correct and valid answer.
What is the other name for Western Ghats?
Well reasoned. Sayadris is the correct choice.
Which is the highest waterfall in India?
On track. Kornika Falls is the correct answer.
The other term used for Middle Himalayas.
Excellent choice. Himachal is the right answer.
The other name of Middle Himalaya is dash.
Excellent. Himachal is a brilliant choice.
Which state is famous for its backwaters?
Right choice. Kerala is the best answer.
Altitude that varies in the central range.
3700 to 45 is the answer.
Extent from Kashmir to Nyakumari is dash.
3200 Kuleb is a solid answer.
Dash is often called as the City of Joy.
Sharp thinking. Kokota is the right choice.
Himalayas are located in which direction?
Good thinking. North is the right answer.
Which state has 3 capitals? Hint.
Good job. Your answer Andhra Pradesh works well here.
Which is the largest island in the India?
Smart move. Great Nicobar is an accurate answer.
The Deccan Plateau is also called as dash.
Right again. Southern Plateau is a valid answer.
India has dash the population than USA.
Great job. 6 times is the accurate answer.
The Western Ghats are also called as dash.
Valid point. Pelvic is true.
Gir Forest in Gujarat is the home of dash.
You're right. Asiatic lion is the correct answer.
Which is the southernmost Himalayan range?
Nice work. You chose Shivalik and it is correct.
India is the world's dash largest country.
Well reasoned. 7th is the correct choice.
Lakshadweep Island is located in the dash.
Smart pick. Arabian Sea is the correct choice.
Dash known as the Missile Man of India.
You got it. Your choice Apcha Badul Kalam is right.
Shape of peninsular plateau of India is?
Excellent. Triangular is a brilliant choice.
Which is the easternmost state of India?
Correct. Arunachal Pradesh is the right answer.
How many time zones are there in Russia?
You chose 11, and it is correct.
Which latitude is passing through India?
Nice selection. Tropic of Cancer is the correct and valid answer.
Dash form the northern boundary of India.
Strong choice. The Himalayas is the right answer.
The western coastal plains are very dash.
Correct response. Narrow is the most accurate answer.
Dash passes almost halfway though, India.
Exactly. Tropic of Cancer makes sense, and it is right choice.
Name one major desert located in India.
Excellent choice. Thar Desert is the right answer.
What is the official language of India?
Great thinking. Hindi is the right choice.
The western part of India lies the dash.
Well picked. Great India Desert is the correct answer.
The Himalayan mountain are divided into. Clear logic. Your choice 3 is sound and 100% true. Indian Standard Meridian passes through. Well done. Mirzapur is the right choice. Which of these is not a river in India? Solid response. Mekong is a valid choice. The Peninsula Plateau is in dash shape.
On track. Triangle is the correct answer.
Which is the national capital of India?
Perfect. New Delhi is the correct choice.
India is located in the dash hemisphere.
You got it. Your choice Northern Hemisphere is right. The word Amala means abode of dash.
You chose abode of snow, and it is correct.
Indian island in Arabian Sea is called?
Right again. Lakshadweep Island is a valid answer.
What is bounded in the north of India?
Correct response. Himalayas is the most accurate answer.
After how many years a leap year comes?
Well done. 4 years is the right choice.
Where does the Great Indian Desert lie?
Smart move. Western part of India is an accurate answer.
India has an area of about -s km.
Bravo. 3.28 million is the answer. Dash is called the ship of the desert.
Perfect. Camel is the correct choice.
What word means the top of a mountain?
Solid response. Peak is a valid choice.
The latitude that passes through India.
Nice work. You chose Tropic of Cancer and it is correct. India is divided into how many states? Great job. 28 is the accurate answer. Name the outermost range of Himalayas.
Smart pick. Ignorance is the correct choice.
What is the northernmost tip of India?
Excellent choice. Indirakol is the right answer.
Which is the perfume capital of India?
Right choice. Kanauj Uttar Pradesh is the best answer.
What passes halfway through the country?
Nicely done. Tropic of Cancer is a solid answer. What is the capital of Andhra Pradesh?
Nice selection. Hyderabad is the correct and valid answer.
Lakshadweep Islands are coral islands. Great thinking. True is the right choice.
Landforms are result of 3 process.
Valid point. False is true.
The desert covers the western part of.
Strong choice. Rajasthan is the right answer.
Select a neighboring country of India.
You're right. Nepal is the correct answer.
The river Narmada falls into the dash.
Excellent. Arabian Sea is a brilliant choice.
Polyps are very small marine animals.
Good job. Your answer true works well here.
Major rivers forming northern plains.
On track. Ganga, Brahmaputra, Indus is the correct answer.
What does the term Himplasalaya means? Well reasoned. Abode of snow is the correct choice. The dioecious of the plants bind the soil.
Correct. Roots is the right answer.
The Bay of Bengal lies east to India.
Well picked. True is the correct answer.
Who was the first president of India?
Exactly. Dr. Rajendra Prasad makes sense, and it is right choice.
Which hills are located in Rajasthan?
Sharp thinking. Aravalli Hills is the right choice.
What are the Middle Himalayas called?
Good thinking. Himachal is the right answer.
Name the capital of Himachal Pradesh.
Clear logic. Your choice Shimla is sound and 100% true.
Mumbai is the capital of which state?
Strong choice. Maharashtra is the right answer.
Himalaya means a dome of snow and sand.
You chose false, and it is correct.
In which hemisphere India is located?
On track. Northern Eastern Hemisphere is the correct answer.
The most common language in India is?
Great job. Hindi is the accurate answer. Middle Himalaya is also known as Dash.
Perfect. Himachal is the correct choice.
Where can you find the hill stations?
Great thinking. Himachal is the right choice.
Dash is the Silicon Valley of India.
Smart pick. Bengaluru is the correct choice.
In which continent India is located?
Correct. Asia is the right answer.
India is located in which hemisphere?
Exactly. Northern Hemisphere makes sense, and it is right choice. What is the total land area of India? Nice selection. 3.28 km is the correct and valid answer.
The west-flowing rivers of India are?
Sharp thinking. Narmada and Butt is the right choice.
1 degree changes how many minutes?
Excellent. 4 is a brilliant choice.
In which continent India belongs to?
Well picked. Asia is the correct answer.
Select an ocean named after a country.
Solid response. Indian Ocean is a valid choice.
Peninsular plateau is of what shape?
Right again. Triangle is a valid answer.
What is the other name for Himachal?
You got it. Your choice Middle Himalayas is right.
Sri Lanka and India are separated by?
Nice work. You chose Pox Strait, and it is correct.
The smallest state in terms of area?
Correct response. Goa is the most accurate answer.
India is separated from Sri Lanka by?
Good job. Your answer, Pox Strait, works well here.
India is located in which continent? Bravo. Asia is the answer.
Name the states with common capital. Valid point. Punjab and Haryana is true.
What separates India from Sri Lanka?
Well done. Pox Strait is the right choice.
What continent is India located in?
Nicely done. Asia is a solid answer.
The longest river of South India is?
Clear logic. Your choice Godavari is sound and 100% true.
Most endangered animal in India is?
You're right. Nilgiri Tar is the correct answer. Which is the cleanest city of India?
Right choice. Indore is the best answer.
What is the capital of Maharashtra? Well reasoned. Mumbai is the correct choice. What is the national bird of India?
Smart move. Peacock is an accurate answer.
The smallest state in India is Dash.
Good thinking. Go is the right answer.
Name the national capital of India.
Excellent choice. Delhi is the right answer.
The Lakshadweep Islands lie in Dash.
Excellent. Arabian Sea is a brilliant choice. Name the hills located in Rajasthan. Correct. Aravalli Hills is the right answer.
Sun rises 2 hours earlier in Dash.
Clear logic. Your choice Andhra Pradesh is sound and 100% true. How many states are there in India? You're right. 28 is the correct answer.
Great Himalayas is also known as.
You chose Himadri, and it is correct.
The highest mountain range is Dash.
Smart move. The Himalayas is an accurate answer.
On the west of India lies the Dash.
Great thinking. Arabian Sea is the right choice. Who is our current Prime Minister?
Excellent choice. Narendra Modi is the right answer.
India's largest city by population.
Bravo. Mumbai is the answer.
The largest in India is Rajasthan.
On track. True is the correct answer.
The Dash Islands are coral islands.
Smart pick. Lakshadweep is the correct choice.
Other name for Lakshadweep Islands.
Nicely done. Coral Islands is a solid answer.
The southernmost point of India is...
Sharp thinking.
Indira Point is the right choice.
What is the population of India?
Nice selection. 380 Zozo 385 is the correct and valid answer.
India is the second largest country.
Exactly. False makes sense and it is right choice.
Which is the oldest city in world?
Great job. Varanasi is the accurate answer.
India is part of which continent?
Strong choice. Asia is the right answer. Who composed our national anthem?
You got it. Your choice, Rabindranath Tagore, is right.
Which is not a neighbor of India?
Right choice. Japan is the best answer.
Name of the highest peak of India. Good thinking.
K2 is the right answer.
Dash is the highest mountain peak.
Perfect. Mount Everest is the correct choice.
The world's largest delta is Dash. Good job. Your answer, the Ganges-Brahmaputra Delta, works well here.
Hot and dry winds are called Dash. Nice work. You chose 2 and it is correct.
What is the capital of Rajasthan?
Right again. Jaipur is a valid answer.
Sahyadris are also known as Dash.
Well picked. Western Ghats is the correct answer.
Mountain ranges in central India.
Well done. The Vindhya and Sathpur is the right choice.
The Thar Desert lies west of the. Solid response. Aravallis is a valid choice.
How many states does India have?
28 is true.
Dash lies in the south of India.
Well reasoned. Indian Ocean is the correct choice.
Outermost Himalayas are known as.
Correct response. Shivalik is the most accurate answer.
How many countries border India?
Right choice. 9 is the best answer.
The Himalayas are also called as.
Good job. Your answer, Himadri, works well here.
India's total area is about dash.
Perfect. 3.28 million SQ feet is the correct choice.
Where do you find Malabar Coast?
Excellent. Kerala is a brilliant choice.
Nilgiri Hills are in Dash, India.
Great job. South is the accurate answer.
Name the longest river in India.
Great thinking. Ganges is the right choice.
Name the coral islands of India.
Well picked. Lakshadweep is the correct answer.
Which ocean lies south of India?
Bravo. Indian Ocean is the answer.
Name the capital of West Bengal.
You're right. Kolkata is the correct answer.
The central range is called the.
Nicely done. Laser Himalayossia is a solid answer.
Lakshadweep Islands are in Dash.
Solid response. Arabian Ocean is a valid choice.
Name the outer Himalayan range.
Well reasoned. Shivalik is the correct choice.
What is India's smallest state?
On track. Go is the correct answer. The Great Indian Desert lies in. Excellent choice. Western part is the right answer.
Name the world's largest delta.
Exactly. Ganga and Brahmaputra make sense, and it is right choice.
The Dash is the coldest desert.
Clear logic. Your choice Gopi Desert is sound and 100% true.
Northern Plain is also known as.
Strong choice. Gangetic Plain is the right answer.
The Dash Ocean is in the south.
You chose Indian, and it is correct.
Hills are high mountain ranges.
Correct. False is the right answer. The Arabian Sea is in the Dash. Smart pick. West is the correct choice.
Northern plains are formed by.
Smart move. Alluvial deposits is an accurate answer. Lakshadweep Island are in the. Right again. Arabian Sea is a valid answer.
Biggest state in India by area.
Valid point. Rajasthan is true. Which islands are on the west? Good thinking. Lakshadweep is the right answer. The river fall in Arabian Sea. Sharp thinking. Narmada is the right choice. What is the full form of IST? Correct response. Indian Standard Time is the most accurate answer.
Where is Indira Point located?
Nice work. You chose Great Nicobar Island, and it is correct.
Himadri is also known as Dash.
Well done. Greater Himalayas is the right choice.
Is New Delhi capital of India?
Nice selection. Yes is the correct and valid answer.
What is the capital of India?
You got it. Your choice, New Delhi, is right.
Australia is a dash continent.
Smart pick. Island is the correct choice.
Dense population is found in.
You got it. Your choice, Plains, is right.
Dash is our national animal.
Great thinking. Tiger is the right choice.
Chotanagpur is situated at.
Right again, Jharkhand is a valid answer.
The highest peak in India is.
Nicely done. Kanchenjunga is a solid answer.
Himalaya means the abode of.
Good thinking. Water is the right answer.
State popular for spices is.
On track. Rajasthan is the correct answer.
National motto of India dash.
Smart move. Satyamev Jayat is an accurate answer.
Where is Indian Ocean located?
Nice selection. South is the correct and valid answer.
Arabian Sea lies in the west.
Excellent choice. True is the right answer.
Bordering countries of India.
Great job. All of these is the accurate answer.
The Luni River flows through.
Right choice. Rajasthan is the best answer.
Longitudinal extent of India. Strong choice. 29 degrees is the right answer.
First Indian to go to space.
Perfect. Rakesh Sharma is the correct choice.
Name the west flowing river.
Bravo. But is the answer?
The smallest state of India.
Correct response. Go is the most accurate answer.
The tsunami of 204 hit the.
Good job. Your answer, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, works well here.
Narmada River falls in dash.
Well reasoned. Arabian Sea is the correct choice.
Where is Taj Mahal located?
Sharp thinking. Agra is the right choice.
Largest population in India.
Nice work. You chose Mumbai and it is correct.
Name the capital of Kerala.
Excellent. Thiruvananthapuram is a brilliant choice.
The largest union territory.
You chose Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and it is correct.
Canada has 5 time zones. Well picked. Fels is the correct answer.
India became independent on.
Well done. 15 August 1947 is the right choice.
Capital of Tripura is dash.
Correct. Agartala is the right answer.
The capital of Manipur is.
You're right. Imphal is the correct answer.
Easternmost state of India.
Valid point. Arunachal Pradesh is true.
Capital of Gujarat is dash.
Clear logic. Your choice, Gandhinagar, is sound and 100% true.
India is about Dashku. KM.
Exactly. 3 to 8 makes sense and it is right choice.
Official name of India is.
Solid response. Republic of India is a valid choice.
India belongs to the dash.
Excellent. Northern Hemisphere is a brilliant choice.
Himachal is also known as.
Right again. Middle Himalaya is a valid answer.
The capital of MP is Dash.
Great thinking. Bhopal is the right choice.
Lakshadweep is located in.
Right choice. Arabian Sea is the best answer.
Capital of Andhra Pradesh.
Smart pick. Hyderabad is the correct choice.
A raised ground is a dash.
Exactly. Plateau makes sense and it is right choice.
What does Himalaya mean?
On track. Adobe of snow is the correct answer.
What is the chapter name?
Sharp thinking. Our country India is the right choice.
Which are rain-fed river?
You're right. Krishna. Kaveri Godavari is the correct answer.
Raipur is the capital of.
Excellent choice. Chhattisgarh is the right answer.
In the east of India is.
Correct response. Bay of Bengal is the most accurate answer.
Capital of Karnataka is.
Nice selection. Bengaluru is the correct and valid answer.
India is located in the.
Clear logic. Your choice Northern Hemisphere is sound and 100% true.
The capital of Gujarat.
Good job. Your answer Gandhinagar works well here.
India's neighbors are.
Good thinking. Pakistan, Nepal, Myanmar is the right answer.
Longest river of India.
Well picked. Ganga is the correct answer.
The Indian Ocean is in.
Strong choice. South is the right answer.
India is spread over.
Well reasoned. 328 million square kms is the correct choice.
Himandri is known as.
Valid point. Great Himalayas is true.
The sunrise is in the.
Nicely done. East is a solid answer.
First Pleiad of India.
Nice work. You chose Jayajitata, and it is correct.
Meaning of Himalayas?
Smart move. Abode of snow is an accurate answer.
Bay of Bengal is in.
You got it. Your choice east is right.
Arabian Sea is in.
Correct. West is the right answer.
Indian Sea is in.
Well done. South is the right choice.
What is India?
Perfect. Peninsula is the correct choice.
India is a.
Great job. Peninsula is the accurate answer.
Capital of Go.
Brovopalji is the answer.
Largest state.
You chose Rajasthan, and it is correct.
India is a.
Solid response. Peninsula is a valid choice.
How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format.
Sharp thinking. Contact Narayan Changdar on Facebook is the right choice.